Hi, my name is Jackson Aide, and this is my record, Letters for Eliza. Missing anything sounds-wise. I don't think so. But saying that, a lot of those songs have those nuanced things in them. Again, kind of keeping that the dust inside of them. They're not perfect. And if I were to take that out of some of the songs, those soundscapes, it would remove that energy that I really wanted there. It made it feel real again. And that was the same with writing them. When I was writing them, I wanted it to feel real. And what I mean by that is, lyrically, it needed to be vulnerable. It needed to be unbelievably honest. That's a thing that I also struggled with. I wanted to be so, metaphorical, so to speak, always with my lyrics. This time around, I really wanted to just say exactly what was inside of me, and inside of this apartment. I'll Write You Letters has lyrics like the windows frame is cracked. That's a real thing. My window frame is cracked. The floor still needs a fix in Letters for Eliza. I have my tile in my hardwood floor is gone cracked. And so it's those things that exist inside of the songs that tie them to the record. And all of those things sort of, come together, and then I'm off to a galloping start. When those sort of ideas really start coming, you have the record fundamentally and you know what you're aiming at, the songs start coming, and then you can really move forward. And I will say that a majority of the songs that ended up on the record were written after I started writing, demoing, tracking, because that's how it happens. Inspiration isn't gonna come knocking at your door. You sort of have to go find it, and that's true. I've found that if I sit down and try to work on a song that I'm struggling with, I'll probably find 2 more new ones inside of that process, because it is sort of this massaging of magic, so to speak. You're working on one thing and you stumble into 2 other things. So again, bare bones of the songs. A lot of them are just the original framework, and I needed that. Sometimes there's not any choruses inside of songs, and there's a point, like Letters for Eliza, that song doesn't even have a chorus. And what I really wanted to do with that track is allow it to be like one complete thought, or a poem, And when I stumbled on that phrasing of all I have is these letters for Eliza, I was just, that was it for me. When I finished that song, I was like, wow. It reminds me of, not that song, but just when I get to that point in song it just reminds me a little bit of Bob Dylan. And there's a lot of Bob Dylan inside of me. Again, that's the imperfection piece. That's really getting back to who I am as an artist, as a kid. Again, I wanted to venture into this project without being compromised artistically because I was doing that to myself at points. And so, yeah. The songs, the 15 suitcases are all my favorite things thus far at the immediate moment. And there's no one that has listened to the songs more than I have, and critiqued them and really, stared at them in the mirror and been like, are you exactly what you need to be? Because sometimes I just won't stop. And by allowing myself to look at the song objectively, I think I was able to really keep the emotion inside of them and present something that, to you guys and to whoever listens to the record, that I'm really proud of. Because they're not perfect. You're not going to hear them on the radio, but that was the fucking point of it. That was the whole point of the record to begin with, was stop chasing something that's not that you can't attain that, but is that really what it is I want? Is that really who I thought I wanted to be? Again, imperfection. A kid in the sandbox again. Searching for that magic and really allowing things to be real, authentic, and earnest. I think that's exactly what I was searching for inside of these songs. And I hope that some of you guys are able to, take a little bit of what I'm explaining or, laying out and really find those pieces to the puzzles inside of those songs. So, take care of yourselves, be good to each other, and peace. We'll see you next time, okay?
I know it's fine. Someday